Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right? Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask that you connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And an 8 of Pentacles. This is good. This is some advice, I think. I think the universe is saying, slow down a little bit. Yeah. Let's stop and smell the flowers a little bit, you know. Let's put it into some context. Yeah, there's that Tower energy and the Fire energy and more. Ooh, interesting. More fire. The Strength card, the Nine of Wands. That is our patron card for this cycle of readings. Interesting. I like that. Oh, we have some aces. We have some aces. Yeah, this is really interesting. We have some really kind of frantic, disruptive, hurried, rushed energy over here. And then over here, it's peaceful, right? It's calm, it's orderly. It's still very productive. It's still very active, right? Still very successful, but it's calm. Over here is chaos, and here's the calm. I like that very much. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We'll put Frankenstein's monster duck right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, so don't even ask, okay? It's going to hopefully tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. All right. But if at any point during the reading you get an idea or a sense or a feeling of what that card is, go ahead and put your prediction in the comments below. All right. I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations. Let's tap into Spirit. Let's tap into Source. And let's start discerning that mystery card together, okay, as a group exercise. But first, let's take a look around the room, all right? We've got two major arcana energies. Now, I don't know why I always put it sideways. We've got, and they're both fire energies, right? They're both very active. They're both very powerful. But one is chaos, one is order. One is disruptive, one is disciplined. So, very interesting contrast here between these two major arcana energies. What kind of spirit are we after, right? What are we really looking for here in how we approach our life? Okay. We have more fire energy here. We have some water energy here. We have some air energy here. I like to kind of shake things like we're in an iPhone. It's fun when I look at the monitor. Anyway, we've got our air, and then we've got our earth energies too. Quite a bit of the earth energies. Yeah. So it's interesting that we have fire, and we're trying to manifest it, right? I mean, that's basically what it all comes down to. The fundamental act of creation, the electrical current going from the battery, right? From source, from spirit, from our self, the idea, the inspiration, the motivation, right? The original impulse, the creative impulse, to earth, to the mechanical world, the material world, the physical environment, to our lives on this plane. Fire to earth. And that's what we see here. We see fire and we see earth. All right. So that's what we want to do. Now, I think we have these two contrasting fire energies because this is kind of the different approaches that we can have to that source, right? How we're transmitting that fire energy to the earth. It's either going to be disruptive and hectic and chaotic, or it's going to be orderly, organized, and disciplined. Okay? We've got to start at the beginning. We've got these two. The Eight of Pentacles. Slow down, right? It kind of, it's given me the idea that right now you're in this energy where you're kind of just running around from one thing to the next. Boom, 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 boom. Not much time to even feel it or enjoy it. You're probably quite exhausted, but you wouldn't even know it. You don't have time. Just boom, 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 boom. One thing to the next. Right? It's like you're always late to the next thing that you have to do. Yeah. And I don't think you like being in this energy at all. I think that you want to have time to do things slowly, carefully, to pay attention, to enjoy what you're doing, to at least feel it. Even if it's some mundane chores, at least you want to be aware that you're here doing it. And the Eight of Pentacles is the card that says, slow down. Feel your body. Feel what you're doing right now. How are you holding yourself? How are you holding your spine and your neck and stuff? Is your back tense? Are your shoulders tensed up? Is your neck, mine just cracked? Pay attention to yourself. Not only physically, but mentally, emotionally. Are we tense? Do we have a headache from all the tension? Maybe you've had a headache for days and you never really noticed because you're just boom, 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 boom. We see the Four of Swords here in your general energy saying you gotta rest the mind too. This is saying we have to slow down the body, pay attention to our body. We have to relieve the tension in our mental space as well. Okay, mental space as well. So when I see this Tower card, it's saying, yeah, this is maybe the current approach to getting things done, accomplishing our goals. It has to be rapid fire. I don't have time to smell the coffee or the roses or to enjoy a cup of tea. Got too much to do, right? But I think this is all in perspective. It's all in our attitude. I think that this is perhaps providing us with the feeling that we're getting a lot done. But are we, though? Just because there's a lot of activity, just because we're rushing, it reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld, right? Everything does lately. George Costanza, one of the characters, if you're not familiar with Seinfeld, sorry to use this as an analogy, but I think it's fitting here. George is working somewhere, and he realizes that if he just looks busy and frustrated, then his boss or coworkers or whatever will think, well, that's a really hard worker, that he's here stressing himself out, working overtime, just pushing the limits of his own capabilities. Well, meanwhile, he's not doing a single thing. Now, I'm not trying to say you're George. Maybe that wasn't the best analogy. But I kind of get that feeling like we're rushing around so much, and we may be George and the supervisor in this situation where we see ourselves and we think, I'm getting so much done, I just have to stay in this mode of being super busy, rapid fire, no breaks kind of thing. But in reality, there might be an easier way, right? There might be a better way to do this where you're not going to wear yourself out. You're not spreading yourself so thin. And you're not taking all of your attention away from what you're doing, because it's almost like while I'm in this task, my mind is already on the next task preparing for that. And then my body and everything, time, has to play catch up. And so it's always this feeling of being late for the next thing. And I think that is disruptive. Here we have that Tower energy. It's disruptive to your physical health. It's disruptive to your mental health, your spiritual well-being. But I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to open our eye. See, there's that eye up there. And that is the eye of realization. That is the third eye. That is the eye of true spiritual perception. Seeing the truth. And then we've got a little mouth down here. Speaking the truth. Right? And this really could be a big turning point in your life. It could be the moment where you finally say, stop. I'm doing things a different way because I need to. We see these aces here. And you know what these aces become? Tens. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups. You're going to do things a new way because you need it. Because it is good for you. Because you have to stop and slow down. You have to heal. You have to feel. Right? Now, we've got the Nine of we've got the Nine of Wands in the background, which is the strength of your commitment. Okay? This is your ability to fulfill everything that you've got on your plate. You're going to get all this stuff done, right? You're certainly going to accomplish all the goals. Everything that you have on your schedule for the day is going to get done. I guess the question is, will it get done with this kind of spiritual energy or this kind of spiritual energy, right? I mean, that's kind of the choice, really. But I don't see it being a choice. I see it being a hard stop, switching tracks, and moving. It's not a choice. It's something that is happening, right? We don't see any twos here, I don't think. We see the aces. We see the Tower saying this is not really a choice. It's something that is happening one way or the other. But the 9 back here, this is your resolve. This is your commitment. You're a person of your word. You know? And you've committed to these things. Well, you're going to do these things. Well, this might be happening at work. Maybe we've got so much on our plate at work. Plus our home life, our personal life, our own creative projects, our side businesses, whatever we've got going on. Right? We're trying to accomplish our goals, and you are getting things done. Let's see if there's a better way, a way that brings you into it more, in the right way, right? That allows you to be part of it and experience it, and also allows you to reap the rewards. These look pretty delicious, but you wouldn't know because I think you're so busy making them. You're not tasting any, you know? And that's reflected, of course, here with this Knight of Wands beneath the surface. You're somebody that feels like they have to keep going. You know, I don't see there being much rest over here at all. The path of the dove is very, very active here. You've committed to a lot. You've maybe bit off more than you could chew, but you're going to get it all done. You're going to get it chewed up, you know? Because you don't have a rest. You don't have a break. You don't consider yourself enough, in my opinion. Not even my opinion, in this opinion here. Different story on the path of the serpent. Here we have rest. Here we have introspection. Here we have thoughtfulness. We have visions. We have the future. We have planning, long-term goals. We have karma. We have the choices that we can make now to set ourselves up for greater happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, both now and later, right? And, you know, I think that you already have some of this kind of vision. Here's that Knight of Wands again. It could be that we're seeing the future. We're seeing what we want, our end result. And you've somehow fallen into this method of creation where you think the busier you are, the faster you'll get to your goals, the more you'll get done, the greater will be your satisfaction and achievement later on. Okay? And that's fine. I think most of us are in this energy quite often. I'm not saying you're always like this, but sometimes, like the rest of us, we can fall into this thinking more is better. Right? The more things I can pack into my day, the better. But what we need instead is a little bit more of this earth energy, Knight of Pentacles, fire of earth. Rather fire and fire. Now it's fire and earth. Now we're seeing that what we're creating is not only a future physical reality. We're not just accomplishing goals. We're not just producing results. We're producing ourselves too. This is the understanding that all the decisions I make now, the way I'm living my life now, The things I do, the things I see, my thoughts, words, and deeds right now are creating who I'm going to be tomorrow, next week, 10 years from now. So it's not just about what you're manifesting as far as your physical reality, but it's about who you're becoming. Okay? And now we've got to talk about the way forward, because we've got these aces. We're beginning a new method because we're trying to now harmonize what we do with how we feel. We're trying to slow down. We're trying to reorient ourselves so that we can produce our goals, and our goals can produce us, right? That we are immersed in what we're doing in the moment, and we are experiencing whatever emotion that situation has. Maybe we're angry, maybe we're frustrated, maybe it's just, or maybe it's a joyful thing. Maybe we're doing something that should be, maybe it's difficult work, but we should be enjoying it, all right? We should be at least witnessing it and absorbing the healing qualities of that. Okay? So with these aces, I feel like we're beginning new things. Maybe you're beginning something that is just for you, that is meant for you. Maybe you have to schedule in something like this in your day or in your week, where it's a block of time where you basically are scheduled to slow down, to do something that you can immerse yourself in and that you can enjoy, that you can feel. Right? This is an activity with heart. You're beginning, and I think this is general as well as specific. Okay? You want to start a path in life that has heart. You want your path in life to be full of love and joy and bliss, mystery, magic, spirituality, healing, nourishment. Right? We very often get the I Ching card about nourishment. Right? But what are you taking into your mind, body, and soul? And how is it affecting who you're becoming? How is it nourishing you? And I think these cards also together, the aces and the Eight of Pentacles, is really saying that you need to focus on your physical health as well. I think that's an emphasis here. Okay? We have to really be mindful of what we're eating and drinking, and let's slow down. Let's take care of our bodies. And our bodies will take care of us, right? We need to heal our emotions, heal our spirit and soul, but we need to heal our body too. Okay? This is your robustness with this Nine of Wands. I think you've always been very strong, always been very resilient. You probably find that in your history, you never really get sick. Maybe now it seems like you're getting sick more often than you used to, right? This vitality here is not going to last forever. We need to start taking care of it, okay? Because this is what sustains this earth energy, this scaffolding of our soul, our bodies, our temples, right? So I think this is specific as well as general. Generally, you want to live a life that has this Ace of Cups, that has a kind of a spiritual objective, that has this mystery and this magic to it. But more specifically, you have to start doing things to foster that. Plan something for yourself. Schedule something in. Start doing an activity. Start journaling again. Start praying again. Start doing your rituals again. Meditating, whatever it might be. And it doesn't have to take the whole day, right? Start small. Right? Just find these little moments where you can step away from the hustle and just commune with your spirit again, with God, goddess, deity, guardian angel, whatever it is. Take that time. And I know it's not that easy. Trust me, I've been there. I've tried it. It feels forced. And it may feel forced at first because it's difficult. We're moving to the path of the serpent now, Four of Swords. It's difficult for us to stop the mind, right? You may think you're fully present and you may be meditating or you may be praying or something, but it's hard for us to get out of this headspace where I've got to hurry up. You know, I've got something else I've got to do. It's difficult to be fully present sometimes. Okay? But this is what we need to work on. We need to work on just kind of shutting off the outside world as much as possible. And maybe we just start with, taking 5 minutes a day to sit quietly and just breathe. Do that fourfold breathing, right? 4 seconds in, hold it for 4 seconds, 4 seconds out, or whatever's comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be 4. But in a rhythmic way, a way that's meant to slow you down. Slow your thoughts down, slow your heart rate down, calm you down, de-stress. That's what the Four of Swords is about, the relief of mental tension. That's why I say there's probably a lot of headaches going on, but we wouldn't really know it. Well, maybe at first you're going to really feel the headache, but that's the first step in healing, right? Feeling is healing. It's kind of a new thing I started to say. Anyway. We talked about the Knight of Pentacles and the importance of that, of having that spiritual vision of the future, understanding the person we want to become, and what we need to do on a daily basis to become that person. Okay? Now, the big problem here is with that Emperor energy, because we have this Tower, we've got the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is a different way of managing our affairs. Could be chaos, could be order. But either way, it's like we're the source of everything. I think you're the responsible party here. You're the one that has to make the schedule and like run your life. You're the one that has to do all these things, and you're in charge of it all. I think doing these other things that we talked about, shifting our perspective, will allow you to do that in a more calm, steady, stable, organized way. Excuse me, maybe if we take the Four of Swords and the Emperor and put them together, we've got this idea of streamlining your life. Getting more organized, right? Get a planner. Start using, the calendar or something. Find tools that are available to you to make your life a little easier. Especially these kind of organizational tools. It's kind of like you have 10 deliveries that you have to make. You're not just going to randomly shuffle them and just go to each one, because then you're going to be doing a lot of wasted movements. You're going to go all the way here on the west side. You're going to go all the way to the east side. Oh, but then your next delivery is back on the west side again. Well, that's crazy, right? So we use those tools so that we can route our lives in a more streamlined way. And it takes a little bit of that chaos out of it, right? But I think the Emperor generally is that kind of approach. And that is the big obstacle here. That is really, if we can achieve this Emperor, we can achieve this Ten of Cups. And this Ten of Cups is waiting for you in your life. This is you coming home, baby. This is you feeling fulfilled and satisfied. This is you feeling that you are living your most perfect, happiest life. This is the feeling that all of your efforts are worth it. That all of your efforts, that you're feeling it all, right? That you feel the satisfaction from it. Because ultimately you're doing all these things for yourself, other people too, I'm sure, but for yourself. So why would you leave yourself out of it? Right? We need to be immersed in this and enjoy it and feel it. You deserve it. You deserve to feel the love, the joy, the beauty, the pride, the satisfaction from accomplishing your goals. There's a reason why they're goals. There's a reason why we're trying to accomplish them. Maybe with this Ace of Cups, we need to reconnect with that, with why. Why are we doing all of this activity? What are we really after anyway? Can we trim some of the excess off of our life? Can we get to a more economical way of doing it? Can we downsize? Can we simplify our lives a little bit? Right? Maybe there are things we can get rid of. Right? Let's simplify. That could be some of the meaning of these aces here, especially the Ace of Pentacles. Let's get back to source. Let's get back to simple. Right? We don't need all the complexity and all the chaos. Maybe we can simplify. I want to look at the mystery card now. This, really starting to feel this. I want you to Try to connect with these energies. What do we think this is going to be? Put your answers in the comment section. Pause the video if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. I feel like this is going to be more water energy. Because I feel like we've got all this fire, all this earth. It's pretty balanced between the fire and the earth. But the water energy, we just have the beginning and the end. So we're realizing what we want, and we know that we're going to get it and we're going to achieve it, but how? Right? What is in between? The beginning and the end. We see that, but what's all the stuff in the middle? So I want something in the middle of the Suit of Cups, right? 4, 5, 6, 9 even of cups, I think, would be right on the money here. 4 of Cups. And what the 4 of Cups is telling me, I mean, not only do we have the 4 of Swords, now we got a 4 of Cups. I think this is good. We need a little peace of mind. We need to be able to rest our brains, right, a little bit. We also need to rest our hearts a little bit. And this is a lot of things, but what sticks out to me with the 4 of Cups is you need to start feeling like you deserve it. You need to start accepting the nourishment, accept the healing, accept the rewards, the fruit of your labor. Right? This to me, this is a feeling of resting your heart. Stop feeling like you're not doing enough or that you're not enough. Start feeling like you deserve this. You deserve a little bit of tranquility in your heart, a little bit of healing in your life. Okay? And I don't know what all this work is, all this activity. I don't know why you're so busy. In some ways, it doesn't matter. Because I know that you deserve healing and love and rest and recuperation, affection. You deserve some peace of mind and a tranquil heart. I would keep this close to you. And remind yourself as often as you have to that you deserve this. Right? Anyway, this is a meaningful one. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're watching this. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link up there in the corner. Okay. New readings for Sagittarius every Wednesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I want you to remember that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.